Richmond, Virginia might not be on everyone's radar, but once you start digging in, you'll see why more and more people are quietly making their move here. Some come for the job market, some for the charm, and some just want to escape the chaos of bigger cities without losing the culture, community, and character. But here's the thing, relocating here isn't as simple as picking a spot and calling the movers. Richmond is layered. There are walkable city neighborhoods, sprawling suburbs, historic districts, and hidden gems that even some locals overlook. If you're moving from out of state or even just across the river, the options can feel overwhelming. Which neighborhood fits your lifestyle? Where are the schools strong? What about commute times, character, vibe? That's what we're unpacking today. I'm Holly Fye, a native Richmonder, full-time realtor and relocation specialist. I work with people like you every week, helping them figure out exactly where they'll thrive. So if you're serious about calling Richmond home, you're in the right place. Here's what I'm going to walk you through today. What makes Richmond so unique and why it's growing fast. The most loved neighborhood inside the city, Richmond's most popular and well-developed suburbs, and the up-and-coming area locals are watching before prices explode. Let's get started. Why Richmond? Richmond is one of those cities that doesn't always shout, but once you start paying attention, it speaks volumes. It's the capital of Virginia, steeped in American history from the Revolutionary War to the Civil Rights Movement, yet somehow manages to feel vibrant, creative, and alive. It's not frozen in time, it's evolving. What really sets Richmond apart is its balance. You've got walkable, historic urban neighborhoods like the Fan, Churchill, and Scott's Addition, where you can stroll to coffee shops, local bookstores, and breweries. But just 15 to 20 minutes away, you've got peaceful suburbs with top-rated schools, new developments, and backyard space to breathe. The economy here is steady and growing. Major employers include VCU Health, Capital One, Altria, and Bon Secours. And there's a budding tech startup scene too. You'll also find a thriving arts and food culture bolstered by passionate locals who champion small businesses. And compared to DC, Philly, or New York, your money stretches further. Housing is still attainable, cost of living is reasonable, and Virginia is tax-friendly for retirees. But let's talk about what people don't tell you. The James River runs through the city, a huge draw for kayaking, paddleboarding, and trails. But it also means you need to be mindful of flood zones and how that can affect home insurance. Schools vary a lot. You can't assume quality by zip code alone. You've got to dig into district lines, school ratings, and talk to locals. And yes, traffic is growing. I-95 and 64 are getting more congested, especially during rush hours. It's not nightmare level like DC or Atlanta, but it's not nothing either. So, who is Richmond for? Remote professionals or creatives who want community, walkability, and charm without sacrificing quality of life. Families seeking top public schools, safe neighborhoods, and room to grow, especially in areas like Midlothian, Glen Allen, or Henrico. Retirees looking to downsize without downgrading. Think walkable neighborhoods, mild winters, and a slower pace, but with rich culture all around. Richmond is incredibly flexible, and I always say there's something for everybody. You just have to find the right fit in the community. But it's not one size fits all. Last year, I worked with a couple from Boston. They were done with the winters, done with the traffic, done with the pace. Both worked remotely and wanted to live somewhere more balanced. We explored Churchill, but they ended up falling in love with the museum district, walkable to restaurants, art, and nature, and far more affordable than their old condo in Cambridge. They now send me photos of sunsets from their front porch and rave about their Saturday mornings at the farmers market. If city living is what you're after, Richmond has options with real personality. These aren't cookie-cutter neighborhoods. They're distinct, charming, and deeply rooted in history. First up, the Fan District. This is classic Richmond. Historic row houses, brick-lined sidewalks, and neighbors who've been here for decades, right alongside young professionals and creatives. You can walk to Carytown, the Virginia Museum of Fine Arts, or grab brunch on Strawberry Street. It's vibrant, full of character, and totally walkable. But with charm comes quirks, like street parking and older home maintenance. It's ideal for buyers who value lifestyle and location. Next up, Churchill, one of Richmond's oldest neighborhoods. Churchill offers skyline views, cobblestone streets, and some of the best restaurants in town. The area has seen major revitalization over the last decade, with restored homes, renovated townhomes, and new infill construction. It's a hotspot for foodies, creatives, and those who want historic charm with a little edge. It's still more affordable than the Fan for now. Next, Scott's Addition, formerly industrial, now one of the fastest growing areas in the city. It's Richmond's version of cool. You'll find breweries, co-working spaces, modern apartments, and rooftop patios. It's urban, it's dense, and it's a magnet for investors and renters. Less about home ownership right now, more about energy, nightlife, and being in the center of it all. Next, Museum District, right next to the Fan, but a little quieter. Think tree-lined streets, row houses, and an easy walk to the Virginia Museum of Fine Arts or Bird Park. It attracts a mix of professionals, downsizers, and folks who want the Fan lifestyle with slightly less hustle. Things to keep in mind across these neighborhoods: our homes are older. Think character and potential renovation needs. Parking can be tight, yards are small or non-existent. If you want energy, culture, and convenience over square footage in suburbia, the city might be your perfect fit. I helped a couple relocating from Brooklyn, both graphic designers who could work from anywhere. They were skeptical Richmond would not have enough going on. But after one walk through the Fan, murals, coffee shops, art galleries, and a jazz quartet playing outside a wine bar, they were sold. They now live in a 2-story row house with a little backyard and can't believe they almost overlooked it. If city life feels a bit too chaotic or cramped, Richmond suburbs offer relief without putting you hours away from the action. You can still hit your favorite coffee shop or downtown office, then come home to a quiet cul-de-sac, a big backyard, or top-tier schools. Midlothian consistently ranks as one of the top choices for families moving to the area. It's got great public schools, tons of new construction, and communities like Halsley and Charter Colony packed with trails, pools, and parks. Hull Street and Route 288 serve up easy access to retail restaurants and everything you need, but some areas are less walkable. It's car-friendly suburban comfort done right. Next up, Henrico County. This is where you find everything from older established neighborhoods like Tuckahoe to newer developments closer to Short Pump. The schools are strong, the amenities are everywhere, and you're close to I-64, 288, and 295 for easy access into the city and other suburbs. It's a blend. You can find a 1970s colonial or a brand new Craftsman depending on your budget and vibe. Next up, Chesterfield County. Think big lots, bigger houses, and still surprisingly affordable. It's sprawling, but areas like Magnolia Green, Roundtree, and Harper's Mill offer planned communities with strong schools and a family-friendly feel. If you're willing to drive a little farther, you can often get more house for your money here than almost anywhere else. Next, Glen Allen, a little more polished and organized than other suburbs. Safe, good schools, and quick commutes to downtown or Innsbruck. Neighborhoods here range from maintenance-free townhomes to 4-bedroom colonials. It's especially popular with busy professionals and growing families. So who thrives in the suburbs? Families who want great schools and space to grow. Buyers looking for newer homes with fewer repairs. Anyone who wants a quieter pace without totally disconnecting from the city. Richmond is expanding, and these are the areas seeing major attention from locals and smart buyers alike. First up, Short Pump. It's the West End's powerhouse. Huge mall, luxury shopping, restaurants, and some of the highest rated schools in the region. New construction is everywhere, and it's polished. The downside, traffic, especially around Broad Street on weekends and holidays. Next, Ashland. About 20 minutes north of downtown, Ashland feels like a Hallmark movie set. It's a small college town with walkable streets, historic homes, and a slow, intentional vibe. Great for retirees or remote workers who want charm and community. Next, Chester, south of the city. Chester is a quieter suburb with easy access to 95 and Fort Lee. Still very affordable with a mix of older homes and newer communities. Nature lovers appreciate the parks and river access. Next on our tour, Mechanicsville. This is where rural meets suburban. You'll find bigger lots, mature trees, and homes that aren't packed in like sardines, but you're still just 15 to 20 minutes from downtown. It's appealing to buyers who want space without losing access to city jobs. And here are some things to consider in these areas. Some pockets are still developing. Schools, amenities, and access can vary. It's great for early stage buyers, military families, or value-driven investors. One of my clients, a military family stationed at Fort Lee, needed affordability space at a commute that worked with a base access. We found a great home in Chester with a big yard, updated kitchen at a price that left room in their budget. They've since planted a garden and enrolled their kids in sports leagues and now host Sunday dinners on the deck. It's one of those under the radar spots that just worked. Richmond isn't a one-size-fits-all market. Every neighborhood comes with its own lifestyle, price point, and trade-offs, and the perfect spot depends entirely on your goals. Whether you're moving from out of state or just across the river, Richmond can feel like a puzzle. There are so many great neighborhoods, but also hidden pitfalls like school zoning, insurance surprises, or lifestyle mismatches. That's exactly why I make these videos, and it's what I help my clients with every day, from first calls to handing over keys. If you want help figuring out where you belong in Richmond, just shoot me a text or give me a call. The number is right below.